Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. It's the end of day 2 of the Strongsville show. I had a really good day. Entering into day 2, I had the bulk of my budget to be able to spend. But before I show off what I picked up today, Friday night was a huge YouTube content creator and follower gathering. There were probably at least 50 of us in one of the downstairs sort of conference rooms. Had a great time and actually picked up a couple things at the show or at the hangout that I didn't expect. I don't know if he has a channel, but he knew of my channel and knew that I was working on my 1978 Topps set, and he brought along some cards and didn't know whether I needed them, and I ended up picking up 4 of them. So I got the Andre Dawson, I got the George Brett, the Yastrzemski, and the Nolan Ryan. So now I am only down to 13 that I need to complete the 78 set. And as I was looking through those 78s, he had some other cards in his stack of cards that he brought that he was looking to sell, trade, deal, or whatever, and happened to come across this one. And I said, "Was it for sale?" Hey, there's James. James Gillum, my roommate and travel partner, so doing a little photo bomb there. We're having a great time. And so he had some 75s, and I happened to spot this one. It was one of the cards on my 100 cards for $10,000 list, and it was the 75 Frank Robinson in a PSA 6. So worked out a deal for the Frank Robinson and the 478s. A great deal. I'll go into all the numbers and stuff in my full wrap-up video of the show. In addition to that, Scott, Reindeer Studios, had reached out to me maybe about a month or so ago. He subscribes to Sports Collectors Digest, and he sent me a picture. The latest issue of Sports Collectors Digest had Wade Boggs on the cover. And he said, "Hey, were you aware of this?" And I said, "No, I didn't know he was on the cover." And so at the hangout last night, Scott asked, "Hey, were you able to pick up that Sports Collectors Digest with Boggs on the cover?" And I said, "No, I didn't get around to picking it up yet." And he says, "You can have my copy." So not only do I have a copy of the Sports Collectors Digest, but since this was Scott Reindeer Studios' subscription, I now have his name on the address label there, so it's a reminder that Scott Reindeer Studios gifted me this Sports Collectors Digest with Wade Boggs on it. So Scott, thank you very much. And finally, Dave Blue Jacket 66 was showing me just a couple pickups that he got at the show. Nothing too expensive, but they were very interesting items. I had never seen them before. I don't think he had seen them before. And they were 2 versions of Cons, I think, hot dogs, or in this case, this one here is for kielbasa. And there were labels that were stuck on the packaging of them. And this one dealer had one where Yastrzemski was featured on it. And I said, "Oh, well, those are really cool." And he says, "Well, you collect Yaz, don't you?" And I said, "Well, I have this player run and so on." He says, "Here." So he gave me one of them, and I'm not sure. I have to look into it to see what year it is from. But there is the Kielbasa Power, and it's a sticker. They just put it some backing here just to protect it because it's really thin. But it has Yastrzemski's image right there on it. Really unique item. Really cool. Dave, if you're watching this, thank you again so much for this gift. So now on to Saturday's pickups. Started off a little slow, wasn't sure what I was going to do. Actually, there were 2 cards that I did see on Friday, and I went to that table and made a deal. And thanks to Mike Baseball Collector, I was working on a deal. He stopped by and sort of confirmed the offer that I was willing to make, that it was a good deal, and we were able to strike a deal with the seller there. I'll show this in a little bit here, but one pickup today this is off the 100 cards for $10,000 list. 1965 Topps Yogi Berra in a PSA 4. And the two big cards for the show from one dealer. This one here is on the 100 cards for $10,000 list, and it's the 1962 Topps Roberto Clemente. I think this is only the second or third Clemente card in my collection, so I'm slowly working on his cards there in a PSA 4. Again, you'll see better images of these cards in my regular final wrap-up. And then the big card, this one was on my 100 cards for $100,000 list, and it's the 1957 Topps Ted Williams in a PSA 4. But I wasn't done. I found two cards that weren't on any of my 100 card lists, but I'm still collecting cards of Hall of Famers from the different vintage sets. And so from two different dealers, I came across this really nice 61 Topps Willie McCovey in a PSA 6. And finally, this 1961 Topps Eddie Matthews in a PSA 5. And trust me, once you see these cards in better views without these stickers and things like that, you'll see how really nice these cards are. And you can see the $40 price tag here, just a little foreshadowing. Managed to get this for 25 bucks, even though they had 40 bucks on it. So spent all my money, had a great show, great time. Glad I was able to pick these cards up for my collection. And tomorrow I'm going to have like a full summary wrap up of the show, show some video of the show, some of the tables, inventory that some of these dealers had, and give you a better look at all the cards that I picked up at this show. So with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.